Aloha County Council. My name is Kelsey Mapa. I am here to stand with my community and testify in strong support of Bill 9. I was born and raised here, graduated from Maui High a few years after the legendary Matt Tchaikovsky, and currently live in Pukalani with my husband and our 2 children. My children inspire me to be actively engaged in creating the more just and equitable world I wish to pass on to them and their peers, which is one reason why I am here today. The passage of this bill will affect all of us, but definitely some more than others. Over the last couple of weeks, I have heard opposition to this bill repeating the same arguments over and over, so before I share a little bit about myself and why this is important to me, I would like to reiterate key points from the mayor's report and public testimony that I feel should guide this decision. First of all, construction is not a viable solution. Building 2,275 new resident homes in West Maui would take 73 years, and building 3,694 new resident homes in South Maui would take 208 years at current construction rates. Second, 94% of lost lodging revenue will be lost by non-resident owners, money that was never going to circulate and help our local economy anyways. Third, the water used by the 6,000 TVRs proposed to be phased out is enough to support 6,000 resident homes and an additional 3,600 to 7,200 new resident homes. Fourth, with the phase-out, condo prices on Maui are expected to decrease by 25% by 2027, making the units attainable to 49% of Maui households. And lastly, in regards to suitability of these units, several unhoused community members stated that they would rather be housed in these condos than in their cars. Many other community members, including Kanaka Maoli, mentioned that they would rather live in these units than be forced to move away. I also think it is important for all of us to remember that people existed here for hundreds of years without short-term rentals. If you are a millennial like me or older, this includes part of your lifetime. We will be okay without them. I am confident that our creative and resilient community will find a way to thrive as we transition to an economy that prioritizes meeting people's basic need for housing over profits and greed. Anyways, with the little time I have left, this is important to me because I left Maui to go to college and study economics nearly 15 years ago and finally saved up enough to come home in June of 2023, just before the fires. We were and are still so lucky to be here, but the Maui my family came home to is vastly different from the one I grew up in. So many of my family members, friends, and classmates are no longer here, not because they don't want to be, but because they cannot afford to be. Something needs to change, and it needs to change now. Passing Bill 9 is our best, most realistic course of action. It is what is best for the collective. Please pass Bill 9 to ensure that the people of Maui have access to housing. Mahalo.
Members, questions? Member Paulton has a question.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Ms. Mapa. The part where you said millennials remember before short-term rentals were like the normal thing.
Yeah.
Just clarifying that you meant like through Airbnb or online bookings and things like that.
Yeah.
I guess they used to have it like before the internet, but it wasn't like how it is now.
Yeah, I think growing up, I remember there were like some families that I knew that would have like their own little Airbnbs at their or B&Bs at their homes, but they lived in those homes and they're renting out like a room or something, and it wasn't like out of control like how it is right now.
Like kind of faceless through the online platform kind of thing. Like you had a relationship with your travel agent or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.